13 News Now at 11 begins with a live look over Capitol Hill. Tonight, Congress has almost averted a government shutdown. Thanks so much for staying up a little later tonight. I'm Dana Smith. A bill to keep the government running through mid-March passed the House just hours ago. The Senate now has until midnight, which is just minutes away, to vote on the same bill. However, Senate leaders say it is expected to pass. ABC's Zohreen Shah has the story.
Tonight, House Republicans moving to stop a government shutdown that would have landed right before Christmas, leaving millions of government workers without paychecks, even as billionaire Elon Musk and President-elect Donald Trump pushed to attempt to blow up a deal to keep the government funded. Congress's bill, a short-term extension funding the government through mid-March of next year, gives $100 billion for disaster aid, $30 billion for farmers, and a one-year extension of the Farm Bill.
We will not have a government shutdown, and we will meet our obligations for our farmers who need aid, for the disaster victims all over the country, and for making sure that military and essential services and everyone who relies upon the federal government for a paycheck is paid over the holidays.
This coming as Musk called the bill a crime because, like many bills, it included spending for many other areas. He threatened the Republicans who supported it, saying they would be voted out. And Trump pushed for Republicans to raise the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling is how much the government is able to borrow, which will hit next year after Trump is inaugurated president, potentially posing a challenge for his presidency. Trump told Republicans that without it, a deal should not be made. Speaker Mike Johnson tried obliging to the president's demands, but he could not get that bill through last night, and 38 Republicans voted against the bill.
The bill is not passed.
Both parties returning to square one today to try negotiating a deal, and Leader Jeffries saying this.
The lines of communication have been reopened.
Democrats frustrated with Musk, though, the world's richest man, getting in the way of ordinary Americans and their paychecks.
At the behest of the world's richest man, who no one voted for, the United States Congress has been thrown into pandemonium. It leads you to the question of who is in charge?
The bill now heads to the Senate, which must pass it before 12:01 a.m. to avert a shutdown. Zohreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Tonight, House lawmakers in Virginia are reacting to the vote to keep the government running. Republican Congresswoman Jen Kiggans released a statement saying she's tired of the political games in Washington, adding, quote, Congress can and should institute common sense spending reform without weakening our national security and costing the taxpayers billions of dollars with a government shutdown. Congressman Rob Wittman echoed that statement, writing, quote, I am frustrated that Congress has once again resorted to a short-term funding measure. But he said he is glad the incoming Republican administration will now have a voice in shaping the 2025 budget. Now, on the other side, Democratic Congressman Bobby Scott took aim at Republicans, calling it regrettable they rejected the original bipartisan spending measure, leading to a delay.